Right, so, staying in the room gets us killed.
Yes.
And by killed, I mean flambéed.
Yeah, no, the whole room is going to be covered in fire soon. So...
And I guess Ark just assumed we were more resistant to fire than we are.
Or she just forgot we're mortal? I don't know.
Anyway, time to go confront the angry dogs.
Yeah, time to run up to where the monsters are, because that's somehow safer.
Yes. I take a short, deep breath to clear my head. I search for something I could use as a weapon, but a quick survey of the room doesn't give me anything. I swallow my hesitation, take my knife from my bag, and head for the door.
Oh, yeah, okay. You stay in the room, though.
Ark looks like she wants to say something, but I tear my gaze away and head into the hallway.
Why don't you just both go to the hallway?
Because he told her to stay here where it's safe.
Oh, okay.
Besides, she didn't say fire was one of Vampire's weaknesses, so...
Yeah, that's true.
It's dark. I guess the lights must have malfunctioned.
Well, the building's on fire, so I guess the power is cut or something.
The only light I see is a faraway glow from the elevator hall.
Must be on a backup.
My throat burns more now. The very air is thick and scraping against me like sandpaper.
Ugh.
The silence in the hallway is unsettling. You could hear a pin drop. There isn't a single sign of life. No rectangles running in terror.
Yeah.
No burnt rectangles.
No, yes. No.
The utter silence is making me question what I saw on the monitor just now.
Right. Well, you had the whole floor, so all the dead people would be at least a floor below you.
I walk through the hallway. Sweat forms into beads and runs down my forehead. It's so quiet, I'm starting to feel that I'm the intruder here. Intruder. And normally you'd exterminate any pests that intrude a place like this.
I don't think you exterminate people in a hotel, but...
If they intrude, you do. It's all I can do to calm myself down. I read just...
Readjust.
I feel like...
I think that's maybe a hyphen.
I feel like there should be something else there.
I readjust my grip.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I feel like the readjust is missing something.
I would say a hyphen after the re, just maybe.
Right?
I think that's optional.
Huh.
Anyway, yeah, he's trying to make sure the sweat doesn't make it slide right out of his hand.
Well, good. If it was made with, like, proper materials, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Well, yeah.
Something nice and grippy, like, I don't know, wood or G10 or something. I feel nauseous. There's a pressure near my temples. Somewhere between my eyes and my brain, my nerves experience a strange pull. It's as if my eyes are trying to crawl into my brain cavity.
Ew.
Maybe they just want to see the lines right now, my guy. Or maybe my brain's trying to swallow my eyes. I bite back against the dull, aching pain as I traverse through the heat wave blasting me from all sides. My eyes grow heavy. My eyelids feel like they're gaining mass. My body sways. I might just pass out. This does not seem to be going better so far.
Not yet, but we're not dead yet, so you know.
I know the feeling well. It's how I feel just before I collapse from anemia. It hurts. The pain is so unbearable, I have to take off my glasses. I don't know why, but before glasses showed up on screen, I assumed that was going to say pants.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would you think you would take his pants
I
off?
don't know. I don't know why he thinks he needs to take his glasses off because his brain hurts either, but...
Well, because it's like a mental thing. Like, he knows he's in danger, he wants to take them off, I guess.
I look in the direction of the elevators. This corridor is so long. What if you just cut the distance out of it?
Yeah, there you go.
It's gotta be more than 20 meters to the elevators from here. It's too far, I tell myself. Go back to the room.
How about you just cut a hole in the floor and you keep doing that until you're on the first floor, and then you walk out?
Or you do it once you're on the first floor and you tunnel your way to, like, Malaysia or something.
Well,
What is this? A few more steps and there'll be no more going back.
Oh, the elevator dinged?
A clear sound. The gentle chime of the elevator shatters the silence.
It's still running, huh?
As if to herald the destruction of this pure, empty space devoid of life.
Yeah.
A foreboding chill stops me in my tracks. My eyes are pulled toward the unwanted intrusion. Man, that elevator got a lot of lines on it.
That, wow, that is a lot.
The small elevator light stops. It's arrived at its destination. I can see the lines stretching across the elevator door in the distance, though shrouded by so many, a dense web of them, I can barely see the door.
That's weird.
The doors open. I peer inside the cramped metal box. The inside is overflowing with flesh. The flesh of things that were alive until a moment ago.
Oh. The dogs got in.
My breathing ceases. Just like my brain refuses to process the things I'm seeing, so do my lungs abandon their duty. I stare at the scene within the elevator. The thick chunks of red meat are packed tight as they can be within the metal box. In the middle of it all are two dogs tearing at their morbid feast.
That's a lot of lines on those things.
My vision turns red. With a nauseating squelching noise, a gelatinous mass of meat oozes out of the elevator. A sea of blood, carcass, bone, brain, fingers, and viscera. But no toes.
Nope.
The pool of carnage only houses two living residents. The best boy doggos.
Assuming they're living, maybe back away slowly?
The rational part of my brain refuses to accept this scene as reality.
Yeah.
At the end of the hallway, the dogs are still digging into the mutilated cadavers. Terrible new sounds travel up through the elevator shaft. Discordant screams spill into the hallway.
Yeah, there it is.
If I strain my ears, I can almost hear the church telling everyone it's a gas leak tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, I can almost hear the cover-up.
I can just make out the sounds of flesh being gnawed on, intermingled with the shrieks of despair so anguished they hardly sound human. Feels like my hearing has found a shortcut to my imagination. Even though I can't see it with my eyes, the carnage is all too clear in my mind's eye. Brackets true. Close brackets. People being burned alive. People being eaten alive. People being cooked alive to be eaten later. A man notices the unusual temperature and leaves his room to flee. Ow!
He's hearing stuff from up the elevator shaft, I guess.
I was gonna say, you're the only one on this
below.
floor. The second he opens the door, he's enveloped by a hellish fire that roasts him to the bone.
Well, also, he's just hearing things and kind of imagining what must be happening.
A young girl sobs in despair, locked in her room. When the flames from the lobby reach her floor, she's in the bathtub. The water steams and bubbles, boiling her alive and turning her ruptured flesh to ash from the inside out.
Huh.
Many clamor to get into an elevator that arrives. Inside, they find it already packed with the bodies of those who tried to escape before. By the time the newcomers realize those present are no longer human, they're already being consumed.
Should probably take the stairs during a fire.
There are two types of screams. Those born from the fear of being eaten, and those born from the fear of being burned alive.
Ah, I see.
4 types of screams. Also those born from the pain of being eaten.
Right.
And those born from the pain of being burned alive.
Yeah.
There are no exceptions.
I see.
I'm pretty sure I just named 2.
It's fine.
Those people aren't afraid of those things happening. They are currently happening to them. The small elevator is a microcosm of what the hotel has become. This vision of hell is so close I can feel the agony flush against my skin. I want to throw up. Do it on the dogs. But I can't. If I did, I'd become a part of this horrible ocean of red.
Like he can't do anything to draw attention to himself, I guess.
Did you drink like a lot of cherry Kool-Aid over the past couple hours? Like, how does that work?
Be very quiet.
I force my body to remember how to breathe. I grind my teeth together to regain a sense of control.
Ah.
The dogs notice me.
There it is.
As soon as they do, all sound from the floors below stops.
What? Or maybe he's focused and can't hear it now?
That can only mean one thing. No one else is alive.
Ah.
The dogs break into a sprint toward me. I'm the only prey left within their hunting grounds. The black hounds approach. Their bodies are marked with countless lines. But they're no use to me now. My mind is too paralyzed to do anything. I can't even decide whether to fight or flee.
Oh, that's bad.
One of the dogs leaps. No human can even come close to matching it in speed. It covers the 20 meters of the hallway in less than 2 seconds.
Jesus. Alright.
Its maw opens wide. Sharp, saw-like teeth reach for my throat. The dog's movements are fast and deadly efficient. The second my mind manages to process that it's leaping at me, the beast closes its fangs around my neck with a terrible gnashing sound.
Oh, well.
This is where Shikitono dies.
Huh.
I don't think that's true, is the thing. About that, though.
Oh, wait. No, this isn't the dead end. Huh.
That's not how that happened.
Yes.
Suddenly this is Prince of Persia.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Hang on. I totally made that up.
This is how Kailina died. No, that's not how that happened. Do it again. I'm telling the story here. You shut the fuck up and do it right.
Yes.
This won't kill me. I won't die here. Seeing death isn't new to me. I've seen it twice already.
At least.
It was a hot summer day. It feels so long ago, yet it was merely 7 years.
7 years is a while ago.
Back then, I witnessed something far more horrifying. 7 years ago, we were possibly playing Berseria still, maybe?
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, because 7 years ago was when Grand Order came out. We were definitely playing Vesperia, or not Vesperia, Berseria when Grand Order launched in the West.
Ah, okay. Huh.
I thrust my knife into the forehead of the dog that tried to gnaw at my throat.
Oh, so it didn't quite reach.
Yeah, I specifically remember that because when we got to that bit where we had to fight Lancelot, that was right after Camelot had dropped.
Yeah.
And we turbo murdered the bastard to get back at him for not showing up for bio.
Yeah, I remember that now.
As if on autopilot, my arms swung up the second the monster's canines touched my skin before it could pierce my carotid artery.
Well, that's good. Yeah, you got some good instincts there. Ooh.
I surprised even myself. like a machine whose only function is cutting and slicing. I thread the knife through the dog's forehead with mechanical precision. It comes easy, as I'm merely cutting through one of the dog's lines.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to cut them all, huh?
Normally, destroying an animal's brain wouldn't cause his body to cease functioning immediately.
Really?
The muscles will move and spasm in response to the brain's final signals, carrying out their last commands to the best of their ability. Even if I tore my blade straight through the dog's head, its fangs would still tear through my neck.
So you cut its face?
But this is different.
Oh.
I didn't just kill the dog. I brought it death.
Ah, you see. The concept of death.
Death means total cessation. No matter how monstrous the dog was, it lost every ounce of power the second I killed it.
Oh. Oh, so like every cell immediately stopped, basically.
To quote Ark, you kill it, and the result is death.
Yeah.
It falls limply to the ground.
Well,
okay.
This one didn't learn.
Didn't work. Try again.
Yeah.
The second dog is already lunging toward me in its place. I stab the knife into its wide open jaw. My blade buries into its wet flesh. The skin of the dog may be oddly tough, but its insides are soft and yielding.
Yeah.
Its flesh and bone having long rotted. But I messed up this time.
Oh.
This dog's lines aren't on its head. They're all congregated around its chest.
Ah.
I might have managed to stab it, but the damage done is little more than a flesh wound. The knife has pierced the dog's maw, reaching the back of its head.
That should still do some damage.
Which naturally means that the hand holding the knife is now fully enveloped by the creature's mouth.
Yeah.
The dog is still very much alive. It clamps its jaw shut around my outstretched arm. I feel the strain as it pulls against the soft cartilage between my hand and wrist. Any moment now, it'll tear straight through the flesh.
Ooh. You got a second knife?
The pain is enough to snap me back to reality. Fortunately, I have my house keys. This fucking hurts.
Yeah, no shit. A dog is biting your hand off.
What the hell am I doing getting my arm torn to shreds just to stick a knife into a dog's mouth?
Well, you were trying to survive.
I struggle and squirm, trying to wrench my arm out of the vice-like grip.
That might not help.
As something gnashes at my arm, an intense pain shoots up through my nerves like a firework. Its teeth feel like they've stuck deep within my arm. But it's awfully lively for something with a knife in its skull.
Yeah.
The dog presses its weight against me, toppling both of us and pinning me down against the carpet.
Ark? Maybe?
My back is driven hard against the floor. But even now, its grip on my arm hasn't loosened one bit. With my knife still plunged deep inside its head, the black dog tightens its jaw further. It's gonna rip off my arm.
It's going for your whole arm, huh?
This is insane. What kind of dog keeps biting down in a situation like this?
An undead one.
Something warm and wet drips down to my elbow.
That'd probably be your blood.
Red blood is dribbling from the dog's frenzied, quivering lips. Might be the dog's blood trickling down my arm from the knife. Or it might be my blood flowing freely as the dog tries to render my arm into mincemeat.
Yeah, maybe just slightly.
To my scrambled brain, it doesn't matter much.
Yeah.
The dog refuses to release its prize. There's no way I can run away with the dog still clinging to my arm. Not that running away was ever an option to begin with, nor did I have any intention of doing so. I just want to survive, and in order to survive, there was only ever one condition. All I have to do is kill.
Exactly. You have a plan for that now? Oh.
But how do I do that? Ah, I know. Trace on. Create a sword.
and then use that sword on the line.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
You just have to figure out magic.
Just, you have mystic eyes, therefore you have a magic circuit, and you can do magecraft.
Well,
just learn projection magic, Fivehead.
Hopefully he has a circuit besides the one in his eyes.
Just have somebody teach you how to make a knife with projection magic.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have to be a good knife.
Can you, like, trace the floor with your fingers to take a shard from the floor and use that as a makeshift knife?
Won't be long until one of my arms gets chewed off. That arm is still gripping the knife. The full weight of the dog has me trapped against the carpet. Even if I managed to pull my arm free, chances are the dog would have its jaws around my neck the very next second.
Yeah?
The desperate circumstances force a weak chuckle to escape my lips. I just need some time to assess the situation. Some time to really think it through.
Yeah, that's it. You're gonna think your way out of this, right?
That's how I've always done things. That's how I was taught.
I see.
Like, look. See how there are plenty of lines running along the back of the dog's head?
I thought you said they were on his chest.
The path to survival is blindingly clear. Stick the knife through the back of its head. And cut the lines from the inside.
I see, yep.
This is a wild beast. A monster that devours humans. But when it's this close to me, I'm painfully aware of its wildly beating heart, burning with its own desire to live. It clamps down on my arm even harder than before.
Jeez.
Fucking idiot. I'm so stupid. I wish it was me tearing my own throat out.
No, you don't.
It's kill or be killed. A natural, universal law. The strong live and the weak die.
Yeah.
That is the truth of this world. So why? Why does the supposed cruelty of the action give me so much pause? A thick drop of blood splashes against my face. The red fluid drips down my forehead and into my eyes. My vision is painted a deep, dark crimson. It burns itself into my retinas until red is all I can see. The warm, viscous liquid strikes me as oddly familiar. My consciousness slowly slips away from me.
We getting a flashback in the middle of this?
Even so, I can't kill something that's alive. Hypocrite. You've already killed something much bigger than some mutt.
Right.
Oh, that's right. But that time was different.
Was it?
With Ark, Shiki Tono wasn't thinking clearly at all.
I guess.
Even when I killed that big dog, it was as if my body moved on its own, without my input. But this time, it requires me to make a conscious decision.
Okay.
Didn't Master tell you, Shiki,
That you can break that promise?
to use this power for yourself and not for anyone else?
Is that what she said?
That's why. As long as I stay who I am, as long as I remain a decent human being, not even a good human, just a decent one,
just do okay, you know?
I'll never take any life for granted. And that would still make you a better person than Aoko, who's just genuinely a terrible person. I love her, but she's kind of the worst. Hypocrite. You've done it all before. Long ago.
That was you in the woods, huh?
A bad dream from my childhood. Look, what's holding you back now? It was a hot summer day. It's kill or be killed. Before me is the figure of a young boy, drenched in blood.